it's not going anywhere. You've just got to kind of get used to it. And you can say, vote with your wallet all you like, but realistically, it is these huge companies that are pushing this. It's not even the small ones that are pushing out these little gachas. It's the very big ones on top. We've got Hoyoverse games, things that are doing things like Honkai Star Rail, like Genshin Impact. With companies like that out there, there's no fighting a company like that. You can vote with your wallet all you want, but like there are 1,000 other people who will vote the other way, and they don't care about you. Um, that practice isn't happening without some kind of revolution. And we don't have too many figures in today's society that are really performing revolutions, let alone in a gacha space. So if you want to keep gaming, you got to kind of get used to this, and you got to learn to be able to overcome the urges that are involved in it, or you're going to miss out on a whole lot of games and probably deny yourself a lot of enjoyment.
It's hard. I think it would have to be legislation. It would have to be.
Yeah,
It would
it
have to
would
be done
be,
on a federal
and there
level.
probably should be.
Um,
In lots
because
of
the people that
European
spend thousands a
countries.
month offset just so many other people. Other people who are only
Mhm.
going to give $10 every other month are like, "Well, I'm leaving." It's like, well, they didn't notice you. Like,
Yeah, they don't
there's not
care. They don't
your
care.
share wasn't
It's
warm.
like,
It didn't. There's not a
mhm,
gap.
mhm.
Um,
Well, over there across the pond where you're at, JJ, they've been working on that,
Yeah, a lot of
which is
Europe
good.
has legislations. A lot of inner Europe. Obviously, we're not really part of Europe anymore.
what
Um,
does that look like? What does thoughtful legislation look like where it's not like
it makes it gambling. It makes it legally gambling. So you have to publish all odds. There are all sorts of
okay?
things just stopping people
Yeah.
from doing it entirely online. It depends on the country, though. I wouldn't want to overgeneralize, and I'm too ignorant to know the individual laws.
Yep. Basically, here recently they they passed a thing or are passing a thing where essentially like of these premium currencies that we have, like for instance, we have the gems of Ol or whatever in Daphne. Over there, where the in the countries where that law would apply, that will no longer be a thing
Mhm.
other than pure dollar amounts. So, for example, if one gem costs 5 cents, well, now one gem will be like 1 cent, if that makes sense. So instead of something costing 500 gems, it'll be like five. It has to be whole, like whatever the currency is denomination. So for instance, USD, if it costs me $10 to get 2,000 gems, well, now it's going to be $10 for 10 gems because that's how it's going to be. Right.
Can they still do the like bulk pricing where like $1 is one gem, but if I give them $10, they'll give me 11 gems?
I don't know if they can or not. But the other thing that they're not allowed to do anymore. So, for instance, if you're buying like a skin in the game, like let's say Mobile Legends Bang Bang, if you buy like $10 of gems or whatever, and the skin is $11, well, now I have to spend $5 because that's the lowest one that's offered. That's also not going to be allowed anymore over there. So, hopefully, those changes will kind of sweep over to the rest of the world, and we can all
Yeah,
benefit from that.
that's pretty predatory when they do something like skins cost $6 and you have to spend money in $20 increments,
Yeah.
and then that $2 is there, and then they're like, well, and if you spend $40, we'll throw in an extra dollar, and so now you've got 5 of 6 or something goofy, and like it just feels like they're always making you think just a little bit more, just a little bit more, just a little bit more. um, and I get it. Like, I don't have those compulsions. I don't have those addictive tendencies. I have friends that range on that spectrum. I really don't tend to get too addicted to that. And even then, when I bought ad free in the game I'm playing right now, after 2 years of playing it entirely free to play, I gave them the $10 after my second anniversary on the game. That was the first time I'd spent a single dollar.
Deserved.
It was immediately like, well, there are these other packs, and when
Mhm.
paired with the ad pack, the next $10 pack is actually fairly effective. So they talked me into $10, and it felt a whole lot easier to consider that second $10,
It normalizes it. That's
as
the
opposed
term
to,
that is used.
if they had just made them combined and had been $20, it probably would have been another 2 years, and they wouldn't have gotten a dime from me.